Hello.
Hi, I just promoted you, Cassandra, right?
Yep, thank you. And then there will be two more who will be speaking. Jeff Brandt from the fire department, and then Bill Narrison. He may come in as William. He's the architect.
And there is, I think, Diane, Diane. Do you know?
Yeah, I don't know her name. She might just be here to make comments, but
Okay. Thank you. Hi, Ann. I made you co-host for the meeting.
Thank you.
I'm still not seeing Jeff on, but he's shown as available, so I'll send him a quick email.
Well, let's go ahead and get started.
Works for me. Hopefully the fire department will hop on soon.
Do you know who from the fire department we're expecting? What the name
Jeff
will be?
Brandt, the fire chief. I sent him an email, so hopefully he didn't just forget, but it'll be a very short presentation.
Okay.
But even if he gets on at the end, just to answer questions if anyone has them. Yeah, let me
Okay.
know when I should get started.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and call it to order. This is the Missoula City Board of Adjustments meeting in May 2021. Can I get a roll call?
Sure. Sandy Mitchell is absent. Patrick Brightcom,
Here.
Hans Hoffman,
Here.
Lance Coach is absent. John Newman is absent. James Sage is absent. Caitlin Hepburn is absent. Don Briggs was here, is absent. Joseph Sakanik is absent. We do not have a quorum.
And from my understanding, that is okay because the city board is not voting anything. This is a public forum.
Yes.
So we can forego the approval of minutes since we do not have a quorum.
Yes.
We can open up the floor for any public comment now for items that are not on the agenda. The only agenda item being the public forum for the Missoula City Fire Department regarding Cassie Tripard. Did I say that incorrectly? Is it Tripard or Tripard?
Tripard.
Tripard. Got it. As well, are there any public comments regarding non-agenda items?
We have two attendees. I'm not sure who they are.
I am not either. I'm going to assume for now that they're there for the sake of the public forum, but just want to let you guys all know that because we're using Zoom, if you are here, can you put up the phone numbers really quick? If you want to participate in the public forum, you can use the raise or lower your hand feature, and then we'll allow you to talk, and then you'll need to unmute your mic. If you've joined us by phone, you can raise or lower your hand by pressing *9 and mute and unmute using *6. If you're participating by phone, I'll call on you by reading the last 4 digits of your phone number. If you're participating by computer, I'll call the name that was listed when you enter the webinar. So going back, do we have any? All right, I don't see any hands raised, so we can move on. Are there any staff announcements?
I don't believe so. I know there is a Board of Adjustment hearing next month, though.
Okay. All right, then we can move on to the public hearing. So this is the public hearing, the public forum for the Missoula City Fire Department regarding Cassie Tripard.
Just let me bring up my presentation. Okay, and you can all see my screen and the slides. Great.
Yep.
So I'm Cassie Tripard. I'm an associate planner with the Community Planning, Development, and Innovation here at the city. The City of Missoula Fire Department is proposing to construct a new 3,200 square foot storage building at Fire Station number 3. Fire Station number 3 is in a residential zoning district, which does not permit safety service uses such as fire stations. The new storage building will be an expansion of a legal non-conforming use, and this meeting will be held as a public forum to take public comment. The Board of Adjustment will not be voting on this item. Public agencies may develop land contrary to zoning code without a vote by Board of Adjustment, but a public forum must be held. So Fire Station number 3 is located at 1501 39th Street. It has frontage on 39th Street and Hillview Way, and all surrounding parcels currently contain residential uses. Although there is an existing fire station here, the subject property is zoned R5.4 residential. Surrounding parcels are zoned RT10, a 2-unit townhouse, RM1-35 multi-dwelling, R5.4 and R8, which are all residential zoning districts. So here you can see the proposed site plan. The new storage building will be placed on the northwest portion of the site. All required setbacks are met for the new storage building. There are currently 2 fruit trees located where the storage building will be constructed, and these trees are to be removed prior to construction. I'll just leave this up for a second so everyone can take a look. So here are the proposed elevations. The structure will be approximately 27.5 feet tall. North and south elevations are the same, and east and west are the same. Some small windows, 2 doors for fire trucks to come in and out. Okay, so fire stations are classified by zoning code as safety services. Safety services are not a permitted use in the R5.4 residential zoning district per Title 20, Table 20.05-1. The existing fire station is considered legal nonconforming, which means the use of this property as safety services was legally established, but does not comply with zoning code. The new storage building expands the legal nonconforming use, and normally expansions of this type would require a variance. However, the city fire department is a public agency and is therefore eligible to vary from zoning code through public forum. And as I stated before, the project will include the removal of 2 fruit trees shown here in red. Title 20 zoning code requires 1 tree per 1,000 square feet of required landscaping. So this equates to 6 trees for the site. There will be 6 trees remaining following the removal of the fruit trees shown here in green. However, trees located outside of the property lines do not count toward the zoning requirement. The 6 trees shown in green may or may not be within the property lines. And I'll note that the property lines shown on our maps are not exact. Things often get a little bit shifted in GIS. There has not been a site survey to confirm the locations of the trees in relation to the property lines. So it is possible that these trees are not located on the property, which may cause the landscaping to fall out of compliance with zoning code once those 2 trees are removed. And like I said before, when an agency intends to develop or use land contrary to the zoning regulations, the Board of Adjustment shall hold the public hearing as a public forum and shall have no power to deny or condition the proposed use, but shall act only to allow a public forum for comment on the proposed use. And again, this means there will not be a vote on this item. The fire department is authorized to move forward with the project. And I'm hoping Jeff will hop on to help answer questions you may have, but I am here to answer the zoning related questions or questions about, site plan, elevations, landscaping code, and so on. Thank you.
Thank you. So this is the part of the meeting where the public gets a chance to go on record regarding their thoughts on the project. We can now open up the floor for public comment. Again, use the raise and lower your hand feature, which you can do if you, I see nobody who has called in. So I see Frank Sheehy.
Yeah, and I want to make one comment because Jeff isn't here. I will make sure that he gets this video and reviews, the fire department reviews the public comment. That's we hear here today.
Thank you, Cassie.
This is Frank Sheehy. Did you recognize me, Hans?
Yes, you are recognized.
Okay, so in the pictures that we've seen thus far, my residence is 1525 39th. I'm right next door. And I'm wondering, Cassie, I can't figure out from the drawings and stuff that I've seen how far the new building will be from the current firehouse. There's from what I think is my property line to the fire station is 80 feet, and they only need 40 feet. But if they're 30, I'm wondering, what is the offset from my property line to a new building? Does that come into the zoning at all?
Yeah, so right here you can see, I don't know if you can see my pointer, but there's 10 feet from the property line to the storage building.
Okay.
In the R5.4 zoning district, the required side setback is 7.5 feet or 1/3 the building height. So they're providing just a little more than is required.
Okay, so they're 30 feet from the existing fire station, even though that's not on there. That's about what it is.
10 feet from the property. The new storageable building will be 10 feet from your property line.
Right, but 30
I'd
feet
have
from
to
their
get
building.
out and measure. I guess I can eyeball it using this 20-foot call out. I'd say approximately 25 to 30 feet from the existing fire station.
Yeah, it's 30. I measured it. It's 80 feet.
Okay, great.
And again, I would just like, I know that nothing can be modified here, but right now there is a driveway there. The curbing on 39th Street is down like a driveway. You can clearly see it, and you can clearly see that that's being used as an alleyway where the new building's going to be. Now, I use that alleyway to get into my backyard. My fence allows entrance of my pickup into the backyard. This isn't about me. The guy that lives right behind me there at 103, he runs a motorhome forth and back. So, I think he lives in that motorhome down south. I don't know that he's given any comment about this, but that, even though I've been told that that's not a right of way, that is used as a path. So that path will be gone, and there will be complaints about that. That's all I'm saying.
I see. So so the public has taken to using the fire department's property to access the back of their property.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's correct. And when I bought the house, that's about 8 or 9 years ago. I know that it's not true, but my real estate agent at the time told me that's a right of way. You can't block that. That gives access to everybody who lives behind you to their backyard. So that's what I was working under. In conversations previously with Cassie, I learned that there is no right of way there according to the county GIS, but the people around here think there is. That's all.
Yeah, I did some additional digging and reached out to GIS specialists, and there isn't an access easement or anything that we could find on record. But it has been used that way.
Definitely. And again, when 39th was redone, and I can't remember, that's more than 10 years ago now, but they did curb that. There are curbs, and then kind of the flattened, like my driveway has a flattened curve, and the fire department has flattened, so and that's flattened for a drive through there. And I don't know if you can, that overhead picture as well, it allows me the convenience of, if I know I can zoom in on my camera, but if I can currently, you can see there's in this overhead picture, there are a couple of cars in my driveway and one in front of my house, and I can drive parallel to 39th and get in and out there. That's quite, again, this is not a problem that I have. I can live without that, but that's what's been going on for years. And I only have one more question. I don't know if others are waiting. I'll stand down if need be.
Thank you for that comment.
Of course.
Is there anybody else who wishes to provide public comment?
I did see that the architect joined too, if anyone has building specific questions.
Well, given the comment that has been provided, I wonder if there will still be access down that path. It's only 10 feet wide, which implies to me no.
I mean, a car can fit within 10 feet, but again, it's not legal access. So it would be up to the fire department about whether they are okay with people continuing to drive on their property next to this building or not.
Well, I think they'll be driving on my property is the problem.
If they continue to attempt to use that.
Right.
And if that's a concern you have, like I said, I'll make sure this gets to the fire department. And if they need to enforce and make sure people aren't driving on your property and their property, I'm sure that's something they can figure out how to do.
Right. The my other question, since just real quickly, Cassie, me and the deer that live around here really enjoy those apple trees in the fall that are being taken out. What's the remedy if they don't meet the standard? Will they just plant some trees in back? Is that the idea? Just so there's 6 on their total property?
So because they're a public agency, they're not required to meet zoning code as long as they have this public forum. I haven't heard confirmation about whether they want to make those 2 trees up or not.
Yeah,
but they could. But that's something you'd probably like to see.
Oh, they're beautiful trees, but you know, again, it seems like this is a fait accompli. I keep saying final comment, but I'm really going to mute myself and listen to you guys after I say, if the chief is on, was there any thought to building this new structure near Fire Station 4 out by Costco, where there's seemingly lots of room and no residences? Full stop.
And then I still don't see Jeff on, but I will write down your question. Frank, I know I have your email address because we had talked before, and I'll make sure that Jeff gets you an answer for that.
Thank you.
Thank you for your comment, Mr. Sheehy, and thank you for your information, Cassie. I see that Diane Stensland-Bickers would like to comment. You are recognized, Diane.
Yeah, I'd just like to say for the public record that I am in favor of that building being built. And I don't think the fire department should worry about other people illegally using their property, even though it's been used for years. If people didn't do due diligence and establish their property lines when they bought their house, that's their problem, not the city's problem. And I would like, if they have to remove those trees, I would like the fire department to try to salvage those trees and replant them somewhere else, because it's too bad to lose good trees. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other public comment? All right, seeing none, we bring that agenda item to a close. Thank you for participating. And is there any other business that needs to come before the board?
Hey, Hans, this is Patrick.
Hi.
I just wanted to, even, not as a panelist, but just as public comment, I agree. It seems like a pretty simple remedy to at least try to mitigate or plant 2 trees to keep yourself on the good side of compliance and replace the 2 trees that are mature trees that are coming down. It seems like a pretty simple remedy. So if you could just add another comment there, that I think it's worth looking to see if there's another suitable place on site to plant a couple trees. My guess is that salvaging those mature trees might be cost prohibitive, but planting a couple trees may be an option. So just wanted to add that to the record. That's all.
Thank you, Patrick. All right, I'll give it another minute to see if there's any other business. Hearing none, we'll adjourn this meeting of the Missoula City Board of Adjustments. Thank you, everybody, for participating.